Greetings, heroes! The upcoming patch introduces extensive changes across every class, including a reworked Warlock. Today I will be showing you the changes with each class. As usual, the changes I show are still in beta and are subject to change. First up, Paladin's Lay on Hands has been reworked into an active ability that provides a buff that heals you and your allies, as well as providing a magic block that used to be in the shield passive. In addition, Juggernaut has been replaced with Flames of Devotion, which builds up stacks of magic damage to all of your skills with each primary attack. Priest's Divine Protection has been reworked into an active ability similar to Lay on Hands. It no longer reduces your mana regeneration and now functions as an aura that lasts a few seconds, affecting both allies and enemies. Allies receive damage reduction buffs while enemies are slowed and take more magic damage. Celestial Orbs can now be targeted to a specific enemy with Holy Light. As Holy Light grows in strength, Celestial Orbs will now gain increased range correlating with Holy Light's growth. Ranger's Deadly Aim and Dodge were replaced with On the Prowl and Marked Prey. On the Prowl is a buff that will activate for a short period of time when you use the skill. The buff will grant the Ranger evasion and movement speed. Marked Prey will give your primary attack a chance to mark a target, which will increase the critical hit chance of all attacks against that enemy, including from other players. Explosive Bomb has been replaced with Power Shot, a charged attack that deals magic damage. Charging the attack will boost the speed and damage of the attack. The Sorcerer has also gone through some changes. Shatter now unleashes an Icy Blast when procced instead of casting Frost Nova. Shatter is also now guaranteed to proc from frozen enemies instead of having a chance to proc from chilled enemies. Additionally, Biting Chill now has a chance to freeze in addition to its slowing effect. Finally, Ice Barrier will gain charges when casting any skill and will reduce the damage from a hit to the Sorcerer at the cost of one of these charges. You will lose a charge after a short period of time that you don't take damage or use a skill until you run out of charges. The Thief has lost his Gold Fever ability and now has Vicious Cuts, which has a chance of reducing enemies' health based on a percentage of their current HP following a primary attack. Slice and Dice is now applied on hit instead of on kill and no longer has its evasion bonus. You will lose all your stacks of Slice and Dice if you do not hit an enemy with your primary attack within a short period of time. Finally, Smoke Cloud now lingers and gives allies within the cloud increased evasion. The Wizard's Flame Breath has increased range, a tighter cone of fire, and now pierces enemies. However, like Meteor, it will now root you in place when you're not in combo. Flame Shield will cast Blast Wave in addition to the damage reduction when you are hit, but will now be on cooldown when procced instead of a % chance of proccing. Warlock has lost both Soul Sacrifice and Blood Sacrifice. These two were combined and added to the primary attack, now named Soul Dagger, as a debuff applied to enemies on hit. This debuff, called Soul Consumption, will damage enemies like a poison attack and will give you health and mana based on a percentage of the damage. In addition, Soul Dagger's attack is much longer. To replace the two sacrifice passives, we now have Extended Domain, which increases the range of all skills, and Soul Cleaver, which will have any enemy inflicted by Soul Consumption deal 50% of its damage to nearby enemies. Finally, Gargoyles will now connect to any lightning skills, including other gargoyles, by creating a web of lightning arcs between them. Eye of the Storm will connect the arcs to the player, while Lightning Bolt will arc to the gargoyles at the point where the projectile lands, as shown here. You can find a blog post by the devs discussing the reasoning behind each change and a link posted in the description below. Additionally, the skills discussed here were only the skills that were reworked. You will find many skills have had their numbers adjusted for balancing. Ultimately, you should feel less inclined to unlevel skills for attunements. If you enjoyed this, come join my stream at twitch.tv/ray661 or click the Twitch link in the description. Thanks so much for watching.